Hello and welcome to the Listening World podcast. I'm your host, Sara Joy O'Neill, and I'm here today with Anna Ruda-Kostiuchenko, whose name I probably didn't pronounce very well, but welcome, Anna.
Hi, Sara.
Hello.
Yeah, nice to see you here. Yes, for me, it's honor to be here. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to speak with you today. And you were telling me earlier you live in Kyiv, you're from the Ukraine. And tell me a little bit about yourself, or tell all of us a little bit about yourself and your work, how you came across deep listening, maybe what it means to you, and we'll see where we end up.
Yeah. Um, Now, deep listening for me, it's all. Like, it's about human nature. And, I'm a helping practitioner. I live in Kyiv and work in Kyiv one-to-one or with groups online and offline. And before I was a practitioner, a coach in other approach, and I can't do certification in that approach because it was something in me that it was with algorithm methods, different practices, and for me it was not difficult, but it was about complexity. It's some really few approaches that was mixed, and it was really complex. And I feel bad when I tried to work with people in that approach, but I had clients, and when they gave me feedback, it was something that something that I didn't do, like my work. People said about some field, some dimension, and but I didn't do anything. What is this? What I do? And I really was lost, because it was like years of the education, and it was the most expensive education in my life, and it was so important in me. Yeah, like I was disappointed. I was lost. I was like, oh, it's so much money, and what who I am now. And when I asked myself, it was really like honest moment, and it was a miracle, because I met my mentor, Masha Lashenko. I met it. It was so unbelievable way, because she looked for me, but she didn't know my name. she only knows that such a person was in one of the program, and but I knew that it was me, and we met, and like 2 years, like around 2 years, maybe something more, 2 years and a half, we've met. Yes, and I'm dive dived in into the three principles. Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you talked about the complexity of your previous approach. And it sounds like you just couldn't do that anymore. And yeah, I had a similar experience where I'm also a chiropractor as well as a coach, and the chiropractic technique that I was using had all this complexity layered on. And I kept thinking, well, what is actually true about our experience? And I kept listening to people and their body, and I started doing less and less and less, but it started working better and better. And so, yeah, I love how you didn't say the word simplicity, but I heard that from what you were speaking to. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was interesting because I I did it, but I didn't know what it is.
Mm.
It was like some intuition, my intuition, my intuitive way to speak with people. But like around me was a lot of uh, small stickers with methods, with all that, with algorithm, clients are algorithm. Yeah, but when I sat down with face to face, it's something, and but I felt lost. Yeah, and in the May of 2024, it was another miracle. I don't know why and how, but I was a a participant of the first Deep Listening Summit. It was so incredible an experience. I cried non-stop. It was like non-stop crying because it was so heartfelt. Each topic, everything, and in the last day, after all workshops and meeting with everybody, it's like I was like a small child. Oh, Bill Pettit, oh, Marina Galan, oh, Michael Nila, oh. I was new in the three principles, and for me it was like something Mavis Karn, yeah, and for me it's like a woman from Ukraine and Mavis, and like it, God, they for me were like rock stars, like celebrities, yeah. Mm. And at the last day after all workshops, I stood in a hall and I felt something really special for me. Maybe first time in life I have a feeling of absolutely unity and equality. It was so like a, I don't know, huge wave, and it's like inside me and outside me. I felt something like by my skin. It was so profound for me that I didn't know that I can be with people who don't know me like a person, but beyond that, I was at home.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, I remember that first summit, and I was relatively new to the overall the principals community myself, and I had met some people, but this was everybody who had ever written a book or spoken or been like everybody in one room. And I remember that, just meeting person after person, like, oh, you're someone else. Everybody was somebody I wanted to meet, and including all of the people from more Eastern European or Central Europe, and people that I don't necessarily come to Canada. And it was it was well, nobody comes to Canada really. But I'm honest, we all go to the States or London, but yeah, it was just so wonderful, everyone together, and that feeling you describe on your skin of just hmm, to me, you could say that's the feeling of listening to the space of home, the space of who you are. Yeah.
It was like my first glimpse on that, because after that it was like, now I am maybe 2 3 weeks um, ago, I, like, it's a formality, but I became a international official practitioner in this approach. Yeah, and mm, um, it was a question um, from my mentor, like about some reflecting on this way, my preparing in the three principles. And I spent few hours to remember all that stuff. And what I can say, it was a way of miracles again. Because if I ever plan to be to become a three principles coach, it never be that way. Like the life occurred for me each time, because my brain, my intellect can't plan this way, because it was so like long list with different meetings, different summits, conferences, people, books. It was so amazing. And it's about listening to life, listening to myself. And after that first glimpse, um, with time, it became more deeper and deeper and deeper. And I know that it's like it it will continue to be deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm feel a gratitude to that level that I have some aliveness, some listening to life. And I don't know what will be next. What will the next miracle, yeah, will be from life.
Yeah, I like that. Listening to life. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. What's the most, hmm, I have some questions on my other screen that I'm looking at, and sometimes I pick out from them and sometimes I don't. And what jumped up at me is sort of what you've already said, but what's the most amazing thing you've seen from listening?
Um, it's a compassion to others, to other people, but not like that I must. Yeah, it's like not intellectual that I must have compassion to others. For me, it was the deep listening to myself and deep understanding myself, how I create all my suffering, how I create all my feeling. And when I saw it for myself really clear, it was like I first time it was with my mom when first time um, I listened to her. She washed the dishes and she was angry about something about my father, their relationship. And I didn't try to calm down her or do something. I listened to her. And first time in my life, I saw a beauty of creating experience. I literally like saw how like she calmed down some way, and after it, like thoughts pop up, popped up, and she gave it, and and it was, and I was amazed, and it continued maybe during 5 minutes or so, and I was really quiet, and I felt compassion, really compassion for my mom that now she creates this experience. But I saw it like different way. I I I I saw this deep mechanic that now like, and I was a witness of that, like quiet witness of that. And what my mom did after 5 minutes, she stayed quiet. She hugged me and said, "Thank you that you um, don't speak, that you don't tell me, that you not tell me nothing."
Oh, that's beautiful. Reminds me of I was driving with my daughter um, a couple months ago, just home from the store where I think we went to buy her, I don't know. Oh, we were buying her a Christmas present. And we went to the store to, she tried on the outfit she wanted for Christmas. And we're driving home, and she started talking about difficulties she was having at school. And
Mm.
she's in high school. She's 14. And I wanted to help her. And I wanted to tell her, oh, if you think about it differently, or don't worry about that girl. I wanted to give her advice so badly. And I just didn't. And like you said, I was quiet and I listened. And it was so funny because the music I had playing in the car was sort of rock music, and then I have a couple piano instrumental mixed in, and one of these came on, and it was just this expansive, soaring music, like a piano with an orchestra. And
Mm.
as she's talking and settling, the music is just going bigger and bigger. And then I think she found her own solution because I didn't, I just listened. And then she stops and she goes, "Mommy, I feel like I'm in a movie with this music." And she said, "It feels so good. You just listen." But it felt like a miracle that that music came on right at that time. And and she just spoke into it. Like, oh, look, I felt like I was in a movie too. Yeah.
Life chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. You talked about it's our human nature right at the beginning. Can you
Yeah.
tell us more about that?
Like, all my life before I've met three principles, listening, it was about hearing something. It was like instrument, tool to understand, um, uh, explain something. Yeah, it's like was about outside world. Yeah, if yeah, it's like was about outside world. Mm. And with three principles, yeah, something shifts in me with all of workshop of deep listening, all summits, all meetings with Mavis and others practitioners. Mm. And listening for me became mm, not only a tool, but whole possibility, maybe some raw possibility to feel something deeper. I now I feel listening like it's about everything, and mm, I'm like a point, like I I like this body, yeah, this consciousness that in this body, like a point, and through this point, I I perceive something, and for me, this is listening. When I am like aware of this perception, and when I am like mm, and it like maybe it like have two sides. Like, yes, it's like inside and outside, but I know that everything happens in this point,
Mm.
like in me. And it's about deep listening because it's like this raw possibility to feel, to perceive, like to go through, to feel every emotion. It's all in like in listening, and maybe um, it's like attention, raw attention to everything that um, I create in this point, or this point creates. Yeah.
I love that raw possibility and raw attention.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's,
don't know how it's explained with words.
yeah. Sometimes I feel like a point between the formless and the form. And like my attention, like you said, is bringing possibility into the world. And I feel it. And then if we listen, it can come through us. Now I don't have the words either. And I'm not speaking in a I'm laughing because I'm speaking in my native language. And you're doing a wonderful job speaking in a language that you've learned more recently. And I don't have words either.
Yes, and sometimes it's really helpful for me um, when I don't understand English well, when I mm, uh, listen to some practitioner, yeah, and sometimes it's really good because I can feel a feeling beyond the word because I don't understand the words. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. The first conference in Prague, there was, and every conference, there's a number of people who will speak in Czech. I was trying to think of anyone. I think it was just Czech or English, but I didn't put the translator on the headphones. I just listened in Czech, and you pick up on that feeling so fast, or not. And I feel it like waves. So I can listen to that feeling, I guess, of who we are. Um, yeah, I find that interesting. It's like a frequency below the words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, some moments when I don't understand anything, and something something happens in me, and I cry. And and for me, it's like one more visible fact that it's here, and it's not from mind, from our intellect. Yeah.
You know, and it's very much not from our intellect.
Mm.
It's useful, the intellect. Yeah. Hmm. I think you probably had some experiences in listening in relation to the war that's been in Ukraine. Um, can you tell us a bit about that? How it's been helpful, insights?
Mm. I I understand that we all suffer on the same way.
Mm.
Yeah, but mm, in a wartime, these mm, like circumstances mm, are more like intensive. It's like um, and um, and for me, it's like maybe it's a good field for training because like in some comfortable life or like normal life, yeah, it's like yeah, we stuck with something, but like in a wartime, and if you leave, and it's like each day you see something, I see something that mm, that I feel not easy. Yeah, not easy, not. Um, but for me, it's a way, one after another time, to see that each time it's the same. That
Mm.
my reality, I create my reality, not circumstances. And it's about trusting life. And life um, gave me few gifts like insights when it was um, Kyiv was attacked one night, and it was such a huge attack in a like in the early morning, and I one time I um, during the attack I looked within and I saw my body that was terrified.
Mm.
Like it was stress, and it's okay. It's okay in this
Mhm.
circumstances. But I can feel something more deep. I saw, I saw, felt that it's like this trembling of body, all the reactions of body was like on the surface,
Mm.
but deep inside me was quiet. And I trusted that. And many times, if be honest, many times in my life, I was near the death. And I don't, I know that it's not my deal, my life. don't my literally. Yeah, it's like I feel this life like through me, but it's not my life. It's something bigger. And I don't know when I die, but I trust. And with these war circumstances, it's really like intensive feel of trust. And I don't know when it's happened, but I trust my inner wisdom. And I saw it, I felt it really clear that something in the surface, and all the time I have accept to that all the time. I maybe sometimes, I can forget about that, not seeing this, but it's always for me, in me. And it's really helpful after the attacks in the morning when it's like off everything. Whew, yeah, it's finished. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. This understanding helps me to return to normal life. Not discussing the attack, not continue to watch news or something. Yeah, I um I need to pet my cat. Yeah, it's like you do everything, and it's I now I see so clear that stress that okay in the morning in the moment of the danger, and that stress that I it's like made up in my head because it's finished. Oh, okay, you are not like in a danger, but when I see it, it's like it's more easy when I deep understand this. It's more easy to like to. It's like a self-regulation because my body knows how to become like how to deal with stress. If I don't add any new thoughts, yeah, and not stress myself uh, again and again and again.
For you, is there a difference you feel between, you mentioned, you know, the difference between danger and being in your thoughts with stressful thoughts? Is there a difference in how they feel to you?
When it's danger, uh, like I feel clarity in this. Like I feel fear, or I can be like something it's like really a raw feel of fear. Oh, yeah. But in the same time, it's about like I see clear. I feel myself like focused. Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
Presence. Yeah, there is some like presence in this. But when I'm in my thoughts, like there is no presence. There is no this feel of clarity. I am like uh, I'm totally lost in my thoughts, and I can come back when I oh, remember. Oh, oh, what I why I'm vacuuming the room or something like that. or why I eat something. It's yeah, yeah. But it's when like my thoughts, um, if my um like field of my consciousness or some dimension of my consciousness, it's like all full with my thoughts. There's any glimpse of of presence. Yeah, no any. Yeah, it's like this feeling.
Yeah. I love how you mentioned there's a feeling of presence in the fear that's with real danger. And there's clarity and it's just raw fear, as opposed to no presence with the fear that we make up. And I have felt that many times, but I wasn't able to, I like the words you put to it. Um, one feels actual fear and danger to me feels clean.
Mm-hmm.
You're present, you're now. The other one feels dirty. Just yeah. Yeah.
It's like a dirty and clean glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I think that's something that people miss a lot is they think that presence always feels nice or always feels a beautiful feeling. But presence is in every genuine emotion, whether whatever is now for a person. Yeah.
And I think, Sarah, uh, it's really important that you said this because mm, like I had an illusion that it's the presence, it's something like all time beautiful feeling or something like that. And now I really enjoy to be an ordinary person with all that stuff. Yeah, and I was a perfectionist like all my life, and it's like a like I uh, uh it looked like I have a contract with life only for the perfect things and not for no sadness, no no grief, no anything, no angry. Yeah, but always, and it was exhausted life that and thoughts that exhausted me all the time, and mm, and it's a freedom to give myself to feel it all, to be it all, and a few months ago, I lost my close friend in a fire. He was died in a fire, in a big, big, huge fire. And first time in my life, I went through the loss with such love and gratitude.
Mm.
And I really enjoyed my sadness, my grief, and I accept all that happened. And I had the thoughts about maybe blaming somebody, or it's like it was like usual, some popped up thoughts about, yeah. And I saw really something beautiful in that. I saw that my sadness, for me, reason of this sadness, it's all that moment, those moments with my friend, that we live together, we were together, we had that experience together, just together. And I saw that my sadness and my grief, the reason of that it was love. It was some pure feelings between us. And when I saw that, oh, I don't know how, but it was like this huge wave of gratitude and love. And I was so grateful to life that I have a possibility to have all that conversations, all that experiences together. And for me, it was strange. Sometimes my brain, my intellect was, you're a bad friend. Why you are not blaming nobody? It's yeah, but I know that like it was so well, the truth for me. It was so true, and I enjoyed my sadness because beyond that sadness was love. And it was first time for me when like I go through the laws like with 3 days with like some active process of crying or something, and after that I feel some lightness. And it was, and for me it's hope, that we can mm, like human beings go through the loss more easiest way, when we deep understand ourselves and our nature, and we listen to.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something that I think people in general don't know if they miss it or forgot that all the emotions are part of our nature, part of being human. And we get scared of experiencing what is, but then we miss the richness. We miss that love that's underneath. I think we miss life when we do that. Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful. Um, hmm. Anything you would like to leave our listeners with, or sort of if there's one thing you could tell people that you haven't already?
Mm.
And you've said so much.
I want to share with my last insight.
Please.
Few days ago, I had something fresh that popped up in my mind, and it was an idea that, oh, I'm an interpretation.
Hmm.
That like my image, I'm a whole absolute interpretation of my parents, all people around me during my childhood, and everything. This that like I call the person, yeah, like me. I'm a like person. Mm, like absolutely interpretation. How it's um and for me it was about that it's optional,
Hmm.
that all the, like all thoughts that I have about myself, it's it's an option, it's somebody's interpretation of me,
Hmm.
but it's not me. Yeah. And deep listening, in some way, it's a recognition. Your interpretation of somebody's interpretation or through you. So I wish all of us, all humanity, listen to our true selves and recognize when it's interpretation. And don't believe those interpretations.
I like how it's an option. That's fun. Ah, well, thank you so much for being with us today, Anna. It's been so beautiful listening with you.
Thank you, Sarah.
And thank you to everyone for listening. And we will see you next time on the next episode of the Listening World podcast. Bye.